Hey, you. You in there. Let me ask you a question. Does this ever happen to you too? You got a plan, everything's going great, and then all of a sudden, boom, out of nowhere, something comes in and totally wipes out everything. These random things that pop into our life sometimes, how do you deal with them? Well, try to do that with some drawings. I have a random bucket of words. I have 50 of them. Can you see in there? I have no clue what they say. I just printed them out, pulled them out, and we're going to make a drawing from them. Percentage. That is a horrible word. Percentage. All right, well, usually what I do when I start these things is kind of just brainstorm the random things that's in my head, but you know, since this is really all about randomness, I'm just going to go with the flow. Percentage, I think of, you know, math stuff, I think of, you know, things like that, so I'm going to flow with, I'm flowing with it, I'm going with it, I'm just going to just do, let's see what happens. So I guess I'm just going with like this idea of a super smart guy, elephant style maybe, type character. I'm not 100% sure I'm feeling it 100%, but you know, got to go with the flow. So you know, yeah, this idea of that, you know, there isn't necessarily a plan for this chaos, but you know, I really believe that this chaos stuff is going to happen in your life. It really is, especially if you're going to go into the arts or do anything with this, you know, type of work. You have to plan for the chaos, and really, if you're really ready and you're prepared, you learn real quickly that the chaos gets turned into something else completely. You know, you can use the chaos to your advantage, you know, whether maybe you can do something that other people can't in a short amount of time, so you kind of use that to your advantage. So you know, embrace this odd things that'll pop up into your world and learn how to deal with them, because in the learning how to deal with them is exactly what's going to create a value for you as a creative person in the future. You know, you could be the go-to guy that, or girl, if something happens that, you know, what are we going to do? How are we going to solve this thing? Simply by knowing a little bit of how to deal with a crisis, how to deal with when, you know, it all hits the fan. Like, what do you do? Do you walk away from it, or do you just say, all right, it is what it is, I got to figure out a solution? You go for it. And I think that most successful people, you'll find, will say exactly that. You know, this is chaos, this is what it is. I wasn't expecting this to happen, but guess what? Life happens like that. You're going to have times where things are going to happen for you that you were not prepared to even deal with. But in the preparation of practice, doing things lots of times, you'll find out that you can kind of create a solution off of anything. This dude right here, I was going to say that his thing, man, he just won the math championship. He won it on a question that was, what percentage of awesome am I? And he said 100%, and the elephant won. So, you know, that's for a word that totally made no sense to me. You know, if you look at this from that standpoint, you know, right now I'm at maybe been doing this for 3.5 minutes and came up with a solution for something like this that, you know, easily could be something that could go into you know, a magazine, or a little finesse to it, you know, tighten it up, is a great start for a sketch for me to take to a finished product. So, you know, I can do this because I've practiced a lot, you know. Do things that challenge you, do things that push your envelope, do things that will make you stretch your creativity, stretch your way of thinking. So, in closing, being creative is tough. Learning how to use that creativity for your advantage is even tougher. It's going to take a lot of practice, it's going to take a lot of hard work, and it's going to take a lot of failing. But I promise you, if you get back up, don't listen to the naysayers, and do exactly what you think you can do and what you know you can do, you're always going to win. Weird always wins. Be different, be unique, be you. Be the weird you want to see in the world, and I'll talk to you later.
Writing down all there was to say. Scored up 65, 65, 65, 65. Out of a 92.
Hey you. Oh, too hard.